All right, guys, so if the front side was a little bit confusing, guys, just bear with us. It will make sense as we kind of keep going with a couple of these problems, all right? So it says, draw to show how 2 children can share 3 cookies. Write an equation and express your answer as a fraction. So I have 2 kids, but I have 3 cookies. I've got 1, 2, 3 cookies here, okay? I have 2 kids that I want to split that evenly across, okay? So if I've got 2 kids, what I would probably do is, well, here's kid 1 would get that half, kid 2 would get that half. Kid 1 would get this half, kid 2 would get that half. Kid 1 would get this half, kid 2 would get that half, okay? So when I would split it, what I would do is I would take 3 cookies and I would divide it by 2. So each cookie I'm going to divide by half, okay? And so when I would get this, I would get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I would get 6 halves divided by 2, which would also equal 3 halves, or 3 halves, okay? Then I want to put it into a mixed number. It would be 1 and 1/2. Okay, so each kid would get 1.5 cookies because I've taken the 3 cookies and I've divided each of those cookies into halves. How many halves do I have altogether? Well, I have 6 halves. I still have to divide these 6 halves divided by 2 kids. Each kid's going to get 3 halves. So you can see here's kid 1, kid 1, kid 1. Here's the 3 halves they get. And it's actually 3/2, or they each get 1.5 complete cookie. Okay. Carly and Gina read the following problem in their math class. 7 cereal bars were shared equally by 3 children. How much did each child receive? Carly and Gina solve the problem differently. Carly gives each child 2 whole cereal bars and then divides the remaining cereal bar among 3 children. Gina divides all the cereal bars into thirds and then shares the thirds equally among the children. So it says to illustrate both girls' solutions, and then it says to explain why both are right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put Carly, and then I'm going to put Gina. Okay, so let's draw Carly's. So I have 7 cereal bars shared equally. So Carly says, so each child, so I've got 3 kids. So child 1, child 2, and then child 3. She says each child gets 2 whole cereal bars. So here's 2 whole cereal bars. There's 1 for each of them. Here's that second one. And then she said what she did. So there's the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then here's that 7th one. And she said she divided it into thirds. And then each child got that candy bar. Okay, so this kind of, or sorry, not the candy bar, but the breakfast bar. So Gina, what she did was she drew all 7. So I'm going to draw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. She drew them into thirds. Okay, and then shares them among the 3 children. So if I have thirds, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. She has 21 thirds. She divides it by 3. She's going to get 7 thirds per kid. So then 7 thirds is 7 over 3, or 7 divided by 3 is going to be 2 minus 1 and 1/3. So this is equal, and if you look at this, guys, each child gets 1, 2, and then they each get 1/3. So Carly and Gina both were correct. Explain why they both are right. Well, as I'm kind of explaining this, I want you guys to jot down these notes. So the reason why they're both correct is because Gina went ahead and just split out each candy bar. So instead of saying, okay, well, here child 1 have this candy bar, here child 2 have this, a cereal bar, here child 3 have this cereal bar. And she basically, what Carly did was she basically gave a kid a cereal bar, She had some more left over. She gave another kid a cereal bar, but she had one left over and she had to split it. But what Gina did was each cereal bar, she took a third and gave a third to each kid. Took this cereal bar, a third to each kid. Took this cereal bar, a third to each kid. So what Carly did was basically she had the pile. She gave 1, 1, 1. I can split it again, and she gave each child that. Gina just decided to split each of them into thirds.